Choking clouds and burning buildings. The sprawl never changes. Now that you know the truth of the world, the truth of this journey, you see all of this for what it truly is. The price of your failure, of your resentment, of your anger. You just wish so many others didn't have to suffer for what you did. But you push those thoughts aside. The librarian has no mercy, and the sprawl can be a dangerous place. Time to press on. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Loki Orin, and we are back at it with Requiem, heading into the sprawl. Got a couple of positive relationships here. Wicked Hack is good. Raucous Revelry, Fade to Black. Not super exciting, but probably good enough. We are short a wheel, I believe. Yeah, we are short one wheel, which is unfortunate. There's the creature den. Where's the lair? There's the lair. Nice. So it's the creature den for 5 candles, which doesn't really matter to me. It's more about the fact that I know where the creature den is. Yeah. It actually is a really simple choice for us. We're just going to go straight up this right side. Given that of how well we've done so far, there's not really a reason not to test ourselves against the librarian. You know, I chickened out in the first zone, not facing down the lair boss, but what are you gonna do? You know, it just wasn't the right situation for us. So let's get back into the focus. May as well do the solo finale combo with the consecration and everything. Well, all right. If I'd known I was getting the second turn there's actually a temptation to go... Well, no, we can't toe-to-toe because that would lock Sarmenti into the second rank and means he wouldn't get this consecration, which is what we want. So we'll just do this. Vanguard Barrison with the Jinx just continues to be just such a silly, silly thing to have. Just handing out free debuffs for anyone who wants it. Ow. Ooh, Freya took a nasty one there. Of course, between her Defiant and the rest of it, that's what I need to do. I need to lock in Defiant. Get out of here. Like, actually, I guess that's probably what's really making this okay, is the Defiant just kind of keeping her up. $21 versus 26. Neither hits lethal though, so may as well just pump in. Now we do this because that's Death's Door. Get rid of the Whipper because he actually annoys me more than this guy does. Nice, respectful there. We like that. There we go. Easy win. Easy win with Requiem. Hope everyone out there is doing well and enjoying this run like I am, because Requiem's been quite fun. And this is one of the reasons I really like this it's not really a challenge so much as kind of an objective, a process, if you will. But it really encourages me to use characters that, or it forces me really to use characters that I wouldn't normally use. Like I'm not an enormous fan of the Jester, or at least I wasn't when I started playing. But now that I've been kind of required to use him a fair bit, I get it. I get why the Jester is kind of fun. Oh man, Snappy Swig's in here. Sparkle Ball, my beloved, is here. Look at all this good stuff that we could be using, but we can't. None of this stuff that we can afford is worth buying. So I think we just keep on moving. Really would like to see a field hospital crop up, but has not been presented to us. Whoa, camera got a little wild there. Also got kind of hope we get to use the wagon jack here. If we lose all our wheels, we actually get to behave basically normally. Strength token? Yeah, okay. That seems good. Definitely want to get a strength token. Munch. The Jinx just saying, you want to catch some vulnerable tokens? Because I got vulnerable tokens for years here. 8 to 15. Wow. We didn't kill anything there. That's kind of shocking. Munch. Nice dodge, Sarmenti. Nice dodge. That's what we like to see. Wow, we min-rolled almost all of that damage. That's kind of, as the kids would say, that's kind of cringe. All right, 9, 14. Well, we're going to hit for 45. Holy shit.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
Now, unfortunately, they can both eat the corpses here, yeah. Unfortunate, but at least we got rid of the ordained one. There we go. So just the one got its turn. Yeah. Comment section below if you have a chance. If you want to weigh in on this, what is everyone's thoughts on the nerf to Howling End? Because it is a nerf. Like, I'm kind of starting to feel like they went a little bit too far. If I can be so bold. Like, the whole being pushed back one makes total sense. Like, that's a decent thing because it encourages the toe-to-toe usage, which I guess people were doing anyway. So maybe that's why they needed to give it more, because like you would just Howling in toe-to-toe anyway. But I feel like the whole not punching through armor thing really kicked that skill in the groin a bit. Maybe a little bit too hard, because now it feels like Howling End went from being a skill that was, kind of a no-brainer to use to a skill that's not really any different from like Wicked Hack. Like, I don't know that I really... Like, I have Howling End on, but I'm wondering if I should be using something else here. Well, he dodged it, but that's quite all right with us. Oh, nice. Boom. Dead spider. But yeah, comment section below. What do you think about the Howling End change? Good, bad, meh? You know, my opinion, I think they went, I get why they did it. I was saying for a long time that Howling End needed to be nerfed. It was too good. But I feel like by taking away its armor shred, the armor shred part of its identity, they might have gone a bit too far. But that's just me, you know. I'm just some guy. Just some guy whose Hellion is hacking the world to pieces. And punching through dodge and blind tokens at the same time, which is just silly. It's just silly when that happens. Very easy creature den. Commanding victory. Okay. Single mastery point for our troubles. Oh, nice. We did get a field hospital. Right on. Oh, wow. This map path is like borderline optimal, like what I want. And we're hitting the field hospital right before the lair. And then we get this. Well, this is kind of sad. This is a very sad encounter. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll take it. Like, I'm not gonna like refuse to engage with it, but like, I really shouldn't have an encounter this easy.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
Unfortunately, moved our Jester out of his crit token, but he's still going to hit for hard enough. Yeah, okay. We'll just make the big number. Because the Hellion can pop the back one pretty easily. And pop you. Well, almost. There we go. Just the one guy left who's going to get whacked. And then, oh, nice. We even get the, why is he oh, Jinx. Yeah, the Jinx is applying those combo points, which is really good because it lets our man-at-arms heal, which is pretty sweet.
Greater threats await those who dare.
So let's go and collect our hospital, where we do have 64 relics to spend. So Freya can get Defiant locked in and get rid of the worries, though I don't know that the worries are actually that concerning to us.
The futility of her work, but undertakes it.
But I do think Defiant is a very strong trait to have locked in. Couple of healing salves? That's kind of tempting. Yeah. That does mean we're limited in our ability to remove traits. I do think it means that we, man, there are so many things that I need to remove here. Yeah. I don't know that Mellophobic is... I don't know that Mellophobic is as bad as Lost in Space can be. And unfortunately, we are out of relics. Could grab another Clarifying Poultice. I don't know why we would. We'll just save them. Carrying on.
Is your coach prepared for the upcoming obstruction?
Up to 2 loathing again, but we... Well, let's see if we get the trigger here. 33% chance. Didn't get it. Yep. 33% chance, so not going to happen every time. Let's see. Who's got a useless item? You've got a useless item. Let's get some better items in. Oh, well. No, certainly not. Didn't even look at skills because I don't think it's going to matter. It's kind of funny. I'm just thinking about this actually. I've been alternating between this and the fresh start run where I'm focusing on like kind of playing through the first 10 runs of a fresh profile. And it's funny how different some of that can be where, you know, in here, like, it's basically a given that I'm going after the lair bosses. The only time I won't is if I'm absolutely just drilled by, by the enemies, and it's just not safe for me to attempt. But, you know, if I'm even remotely safe to make the attempt, I'm going to. Whereas in the fresh start, I think I went like 4 or 5 zones without even trying a lair boss because I was just like, I don't have the skills to do this. Yeah, like the Librarian's a pretty easy encounter, and the Dreaming General is a pretty easy encounter until you don't have Plague Grenade, and you don't have any of like the skills that are used to hit the back ranks. Let's just get that shaman out of here. Igniting is very rude. We do not approve of that. That was not an approved use of your time. Hopeful. Have at them. Oh, well, hang on. Let's burn a little bit more light of hope. Let's get that up. So we can just obliterate the Rosso, or we can roll the dice. Let's roll the dice. Boom. Unfortunately, Iridia has ended up in a rank where she doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. Which is not our favorite thing. We'll have to keep that in mind, that Iridia really isn't very helpful when she's in that rank. Thankfully, Freya doesn't care. Freya's just going to put the team on her back. Never running after the first one, I'll tell you that much for free. Alrighty. Spend the last set, just get our light all the way up. Wow, he went all the way to the back for that one. Wow, they're going way downtown for Iridia here. Now that's not good. That's really not good. That's rude. Game's being rude to me. I have to report. Game is being rude. Nope. Still probably taking the 50-50 here. Yeah, of course. Never lucky. Okay, there goes the shaman at least. He's probably going to ignite like a jerk. Okay, he doesn't, and he pays for it.
Another impediment cleared with impunity.
Thankfully, it's not a free action for them to explode, so it doesn't really matter.
Simple variable.
All right, what are we playing for? We're playing for the trinket. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Smoldering Hymnal and Snappy Swig. Oh my god. And 2 Adrenaline Tongues. Jeez. All right, yeah, sure. Okay. Game, I was already planning to do this. You don't have to sell me this hard. Good lord.
Conflagration must be stopped.
Yeah, now we kind of want to get her now we kind of want to get Freya's stuff a lot higher. Unfortunately, I think this combo point is going to disappear. Yeah, I think that combo point's going to disappear because I think they effectively last 3 rounds. So it's not going to be there when the Jester does his thing.
A miscalculation, perhaps.
Maybe? Do I get to keep it? Oh my god. Well. It's not going to get any better than that. We are going to take a Burning Bright here. But I don't know that I care. We can afford to take 1. Yeah, we can afford to take 1. Oof. Guess we may as well help. Kind of awkward with Freya there. Her getting smoke stacked though is almost optimal for us. Because we really like one of the weaknesses, I guess you could say, of the Hellion is she's not very good at hitting the 3rd rank most of the time. All right. Like, yeah, our damage, like that solo finale combo is really cool, but then we stopped hitting back, which is kind of unfortunate.
The slow suffering begins.
Yeah, sure. Stim it. All right, down to 1. So here's the choice. All right, here's what we do. We had kind of a choice there. We could have gotten rid of the books and prevented this, but our health is pretty high. So I don't know that it really cares, and we get to deal 11 damage out of it. So I don't know that we really care there. We'll just bolster. That's a good start. That's a doubly good finish. The combo point goes away, which is very unfortunate. But he does have a vulnerable token. Which means we can still hit for 35. That's half, more than half of his remaining HP gone. There's Death's Door. And there's Toe-to-Toe. Easy. Yeah. Yeah, taking that Burning Bright, might have been a little not ideal, but I don't think it would have mattered. In getting the setup was probably more important. All right, Guarding Gauntlet can go. Hastening History can probably go. Snappy Swig, if we could get somebody's speed that high, is pretty good. Go something like that. I don't think this mallet's ever getting used. I don't think Smoldering Hymnal's ever getting used either. We don't have... the place we'd put it would be here, maybe? Or we could put it on Sarmenti. But this is a pretty nice combo here. I don't think we're going to use that. Don't think we're going to use that. We'll keep these two. Yeah, so Snappy Swig's literally doing nothing right now, so Hastening History at least does something. Yeah. I mean, all we really need is a couple of speed poultices. The stimulating, is it stimulating? I think it is. Yes, just need a couple of stimulating poultices. There's our invigorating stew. We like to see that. Excuse me. A scout, food, steel. So in items or a scout. I probably want. It's only 2 nodes. Yeah, we'll take the in items. There's some really good in items we could get here. That is not one of them.
When deliberation is exhausted,
Candles off to the left. We'll go straight. Not really any way to know the right answer there. Had I known I was going to get touching dirges, I probably would have taken the scout, because that's not worthwhile. I was really hoping to just, see 2 stimulating poultices come up one time and be like, okay, this is, we're happy here. All right, I guess we're fighting. I guess we are fighting. Yep. Kind of regret not upgrading Solo now. Because upgraded Solo might have actually been somewhat impactful here. But we're still probably going to one-shot this the Immolatist here. And now we can defend. Nice. And now we have it set up. Barristan's covering the Jester, so he's not going to get interfered with. There's the crit token. Yep, just 45 points. Just go away. Leave me alone.
so press your advance.
There we go. Sacrificial's all alone.
Relent. A master stroke.
So I'm spending the otherworldly fragments because I will admit that spending an otherworldly fragment on the Librarian is probably not very, very good. I mean, it's not probably. It isn't very good. The reason I did it is that I just don't. I'm just not very interested in that item as like a long-term thing. If that makes well, let me come on, Loki, articulate yourself. Oh, that was stupid. Should not have done that. The otherworldly fragment is a very good item, but it's not very good against the Seething Sigh, is the net basically. The Seething Sigh doesn't really care about, like, the lungs don't really care about your dot damage. They're immune to it. And dealing a bunch of dot damage to the body is good and all, but that's not what decides the Seething Sigh fight. So you're better off, in my opinion, just hucking them at something else. Right or left, left it is. Wow. I just sniffed out all the resistance encounters. 2 more healing salves. That's kind of fun. Who's got... Somebody has some burn salves, I think. Not anymore. Make some room in the wagon here. Yep. Just sniffed out all the resistance encounters. So the first half of this map was really good for us, and the back half has been sort of meh. But it's not the thing to worry about. Leave for 15 flame or fight. We'll fight. probably a bit of overkill to go after solo finale for this Immolatus, but it does more or less guarantee that this thing dies, which is our goal here. Nice. Good dodge there. Interesting. Freya won the speed off there, or the initiative. $55. Nice, nice, nice. Get rid of those dodge tokens. Unfortunately, we can't one-shot him, and now we can, so trying to avoid those riposte stacks, not because I'm really that worried about it, but because it's just good practice not to take something you don't have to. Well, I'm not going to say no to a 37-point Howling End. I don't know many people who would. Finish him off with the toe-to-toe. Nope, I tried, Iridia. I tried. And then he ignites, which is kind of rude. Not that big of a deal, though.
We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world to see.
And unfortunately, we didn't get a final wheel, so we're not going to get to see our wagon jack in use, which is a little bit sad.
Parasite. Opportunists.
What? 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 Why is this in my pool? 2 hatchetmen is not an encounter that should appear this deep into my zones.
A promising development.
They almost didn't get a turn. In fact, they hardly got a turn at all. What a joke. I don't know why that was in the pool of encounters. We would just throw that trinket away, so we're not even going to bother. Bags are full of stuff. All right, let's fight some cultists. Hello, Deacon. How you doing, buddy? Good dodge. We like dodges. Oh no, the altar has 2 crit tokens. Whatever shall I do with that information? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to solo finale their boss. Oh, please give me the crit token. Ah! The crit would have been big here. I mean, it's still 55 damage. It's still basically a one-shot. There goes the Deacon.
Let us hope to finish this.
That was very, very silly. And that's the power of solo plus finale.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
Oh, wow. And Eyes of the Void came in there. We had exactly 5 stress when we hit. And we dumped just all of that in there and, you know, basically one-shot it. All right. We are going to stall for a turn because this... the evangelists are not very scary. Like, she's going to deal hardly anything. You do have death blow resistance. Perfect. Okay. That's what we're paying you for. Because I do want to stall and get our stress back down just a poke, just a tad. There we go. That was a very clean cultist battle. I mean, it helps when you basically one-shot the deacon. That turns off a lot of stuff. Lockjaw's not going to come along with us. Neither is Bulwark Band. Lockjaw would be kind of interesting if we were running Paracelsus. If we had a Plague Doctor, we'd be about that, because that would basically mean her dots always go through. Not super useful against the Psi, but useful against almost everything else. But in this case, it's not the thing. All right, hang on. We got to make some room here. Sarmenti, why don't you take that one stim? We'll drop the other one. That Ichor Bomb, put on you. That makes a little bit more room. I don't think we're going to need that apples and cheese because we do have 2 invigorating stew, so we can now pull the stew pot off because it is no longer relevant. There is no bonus for having more food than you need unless you have the pet that influences food.
Now for a time.
Cosmic Slayer is good. The rest of these are sort of ambivalent. The Bounty Hunter is available, but I don't know that we care. All right, where are we heading?
Rain, fire. Is there no sanctuary from this madness?
If bleeding, plus 25% damage. She is a Ravager. Let's think for a moment. The Shroud. Is there anything in the Shroud I really want? Not really. But we also don't really need the Empty Stein. Like, the Empty Stein is not... Like, there's no room for it on the Hellion. We'll come back to this. I think we're going to the Shroud, but we'll go back to it. Complete catalog in. Kyurgen's Directory in over Stew Pot, because we now have 2 Invigorating Stew. So we no longer need the Stew Pot. We will continue carrying it for the moment. But before we repair our wagon, let's see what's for sale. Oh, man. Both stimulating poultices I need. Another Dutching Dirges. Rousing Tune. Okay. Medical equipment, you say. We would like medical equipment. We don't have Mortar and Pestle, right? Yeah, we don't. Okay. Medical equipment is a very nice pickup, as is Wild Tea. Blasphemous Whetstone. Some of these are pretty good. Yeah, let's buy the medical equipment. The Greater Hail Draught, plus 20% HP is pretty tempting. Much prefer that. Greater Hail Draught would be fun, but I don't think it's going to be the play. I do think we buy the Wild Tea. Got rid of Sprained Ankle, which is good. Oh, right. You're never going to get to 8, come to think of it. I completely forgot that his speed is just never going to get to 8. So that's actually not going to work for me. Well, it could, but I'd have to drop both stimulating poultices onto it, which is on the table, but we'd only do that for the seething psi fight, probably. Or actually, we can do it right now, because it's greater than or equal to 8. And the buff is +2 speed from rousing tunes. Yeah, okay. Oh, and and the stew will get us there, will put us over the top. Okay, cool. All right, Sarmenti. Snappy Swig is in. This is pretty synergistic we got going here. It's definitely not optimal with Soloist because of that minus speed, but we didn't know we were going to get all this stuff when we got started. Kind of would like these whetstones, and we've got a songbook of rousing tunes for the next one. We've got touching dirges, which we can just spend. Oh, okay, that was kind of a waste. All right. So we've got our dirges, we've got our stew. Like, we've got enough to jack his speed back up. I don't think any of this gets spent. I don't think any of the rest of this moves the needle. We can get some whetstones.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
Do want that ceremonial drum. Because you got 30 move resist, you got 20. We'll save the last whetstone. Just kind of going up, because I think we are going to go after the for
a time at least.
The Leviathan, not because we need to, but because I kind of want to. I think Wicked Hack needs its upgrade. Solo can have its upgrade. We got 2 more to spend. Judgment, sure. And Crush, why not? There we go. That feels like that's plenty. That feels like it's plenty. All right. Yeah. This is tempting, but I don't think this is good enough. And thinking about this formation for a second, the Hellion can hit the back rank, but that's then that's all she's doing. Barristan can only do it once every other turn. Iridia can every turn. Sarmenti can only occasionally. So we're at kind of... It would just be a very long Dreaming General fight. Whereas the Shroud, I think we're going to be able to just dumpster the Leviathan if we want to. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Let the YouTube algorithm know I make content that you and people like you like to watch. Till next time, see ya.